Hey Smart Home Pros, it's Jordan Lewis, and today I want to talk to you about building credibility in the recruiting process through yourself, through the product, and through Vivint as a company. Sales 101, we know our customers are not going to buy our product if we don't have credibility. The same thing applies to recruiting. Sometimes we overcomplicate the process and don't realize that recruiting is just selling. Now, we're not selling a product like we do door to door, but we're selling ourselves. Now, the most important thing when we're picking up new recruits is understanding that there are three facets to building legitimacy in your value proposition to your recruits. Number one, our recruits need to see credibility in our company. One of the best ways I've found to build credibility in our company is making sure that our recruits and our reps have the full Vivint experience and get to touch, feel, and see the brick and mortar that is Vivint. Obviously, we have a lot of recruiters that live outside the state of Utah, but if at all possible, whether it's through the kickoff events or end of the year parties, we want to make sure our reps at one point before the summer are getting to our big buildings and able to see how Vivint works. When they come to Vivint and they're able to see not only these massive buildings, but the innovation center and the products and all the working parts and pieces that create our company, it allows them to understand that this truly is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to work with a multi-billion-dollar tech company and be able to push a product that is truly improving lives. The second facet of building credibility is making sure our reps and our recruits find that our product that we actually sell is credible. I live by the philosophy that I'm never going to try to sell something that I wouldn't purchase myself. So when I sit down with my recruits in some of the first recruiting meetings that I do, I like to almost do a real sales pitch to them, as if I'm selling them on the Vivint product. I'll pull up my phone, I'll open up my Vivint app, and I'll show them my home where I can have my doors locked, my garage doors open and close, my temperature adjusts. I show them my cameras, I pop in my house, I let them understand how it works and how it synergizes into one piece. Again, treating these recruits as if I were selling on the doors, because the idea is if I can get them sold on the product and get them excited about the product that we're selling, it builds credibility in their process and helps them understand maybe they're not homeowners yet, or maybe they can't afford a Vivint system quite yet. But what it does, they say, I'm willing to sell this because the moment I do have the means or the moment I do have a home, I want a Vivint system in it. Not only that, but it helps them understand that this is a product that you can truly get excited about. I joke with my reps all the time and say, every time Vivint drops a new product, I geek out and get excited. I want my reps to have that exact same energy going into the summer, understanding that this isn't just a differentiation of how much money we can save a customer per month or what color bug spray we're putting on their yards. What this is a true all-encompassing smart home that not only improves our customers' lives through convenience, but makes them sleep better through peace of mind. So, building credibility in the product is pretty easy. Just like on the doors, sell your reps on why Vivint is the best and have the confidence to look them in the eyes even though they have zero experience with the product, and let them know that you can be confident you are selling the best smart home system with the best offering out there today. With that confidence, your reps will borrow that, take that to the doors, and be more credible to their customers, making them more long-term recruits for yourself. Credibility starts with you and ends with you. You let the reps know we have a legitimate company with a legitimate product, and then obviously the most important thing is the third facet of building credibility is making sure that there's credibility in you as the recruiter. Now, as far as your credibility goes, the most important thing you can do is your actions with your recruits. The old saying goes, your actions speak so loudly I can't hear what you're saying. Too often in this job, we as recruiters will sit down with rose-colored glasses on and tell our recruits all the good things about Vivint and all the great things and all the crazy amounts of money they're gonna make and the wonderful lifestyle they'll have. But what we do is once they sign and they're in the door, we sometimes lose that energy. And we forget that when we sat with these reps, we committed to giving them 100% of ourselves to make sure that they're successful. There almost needs to be an aspect of your recruiting that is more interested in your rep success than your own success. By virtue, their success is your success, so it will pay it forward eventually. But they need to know when they sit down with you that this isn't just empty promises and mismanaged expectations from a recruiting sit. They need to know that you have a 5-year plan for them, whether they're planning on staying for 5 years or not, as well if you're going to be there to support them. The last thing we want is our reps to come in the door, get super excited at a big event or whatever it may be, and then lose steam when they realize once they're signed and in the system that their manager's forgotten about them. So credibility comes through your actions. Are you calling them? Are you interacting with them? Are you getting them on blitzes? Are you keeping them trained? Are you answering their questions? And again, it can feel like a lot, but there's a reason that the guys that have been here 10, 15, 20 years are where they are. It's because they put more time and effort into the success of their recruits and their reps than they do for themselves, because they understand in this game, your recruit's success is your own success. Not only that, but credibility has to be apparent in your lifestyle. Now, we live in a TikTok generation where everyone wants to flash the most important and special moments of their life online, and it can sometimes feel confusing. But in reality, Vivint has created a work and lifestyle balance that is unlike anything else. Where yes, we are gonna work so hard, we are gonna grind for 4 or 5 months of the year, but then we have another 8 months where we're traveling and doing charity. We're doing incentive trips. We're able to do award ceremonies and big celebrations where, again, it isn't our job to post it on social media in a braggadocious way or try to put it in other people's faces. But we do want our reps to understand that we work hard, but we play harder. That is what attracts so many people to this job. One of the best practices that we use in my region is I make sure that my management groups have their own Instagram page where they're able to post highlights of their sales reps, where they can maybe not brag about themselves directly, but share it to their story. And what that does is it taps into each one of our reps' networks without them feeling like they're pushing it or making people feel like they're better than them by posting about themselves. It's a team page bragging about the reps, which creates a lifestyle that all these different networks see and are attracted to. We've pulled many of our top reps simply from posting on social media. So credibility not only comes from your vision and your ability to build a plan with your recruits, but understanding that you got to show the lifestyle and the good, the bad, and the ugly that come with this job. And what we do is we say, look, we're going to go out and work as hard as we can, but more importantly, in this off season, we're going to go to Mexico and we're going to build houses for the less fortunate. After that, we're going to head to Punta Mita and we're going to have an incredible incentive trip. From there, we're going to jump to award ceremony and celebrate all our accolades and the things we accomplished this year. And then guess what? It's right back to the blitzes. And when they see that work-life balance where it's work hard, play hard, they're attracted to that. And by virtue, they will be attracted to you and your team. So as you go through your recruiting process, I think it's important to understand, don't skip steps. Credibility needs to be built in your company, your product, and yourself. In my opinion, the most important credible source for a recruit is you. Your reps need to know that you are invested in them and that you have a plan for them beyond just signing them and getting them to the summer. So the challenge for today is for you to sit down and I want you to write a generic 5-year Vivint plan. With that plan, I want you to then take it to your manager. No matter how big or how long you've been in the game, there is an upline for everyone. And I want you to take that plan to your upline and make sure that it looks realistic. Show them what it looks like to go from a recruit to a 500 account manager, to an area director, to a senior manager, all the way to regional, and let them know how they can get there in 5 years. It's very possible. Once you have that, I want you to tuck that 5-year plan away and put it in your binder. And after your recruits sign, that should be the first sit you have with them. In reality, recruiting comes down to one thing: your recruits knowing that you have a plan for them and you care. So writing out that 5-year plan and presenting it to them in a professional way allows them to know that whether they're here for one summer or the rest of their life, that you're in their corner and you care about their success.